Solomon, but we say good morning to my Nimba Dina TV family. Keep moving as the Lord is with us. Yeah, thank you so much, our accountant. And we pray for speedy recovery for your daughter as well. So yeah, wherever you join us from, keep sharing this live video. Very shortly, my dad will be right here, and I will be behind the camera to handle this side of it. So as soon as Mike comes here, we will be going around the content around Nimba, and we'll be going to Camplay and other parts of Nimba for you to know exactly what is unfolding in your hometown. But all we need you to do for us is hit the share button, share this video. Power Guantanamo Yele, one of our strong guys who was with us from the beginning and has joined us. He said the land is very horrible this morning. Oh wow, that is what we're receiving. So gentlemen, just never mind. It's going to be very, very okay very soon. But tell us, how is it as you watch? Solomon, you can tell us how you hearing us. Paul Jala, you can tell us how you hearing us. Yes, we're receiving reports, situation report that the land is not too good, but we are working on it, and never mind, it's going to be okay. I wonder it's from the television. Yes, Patience Bolo said good afternoon. So I believe Patience is on the other side of the globe. Good afternoon, Patience, but let's tell us how well you're listening to us, wherever you are on the television. For the radio is good, but on the television, tell us how well you're listening to us, how well you're getting this signal. But well, so it might be for something else, but well, so maybe, yeah. So that is the situation report we're getting, but never mind. We're here on the television. We'll keep doing this and keep bringing you and keep upgrading. So we love to say good morning to our man, Wille B. Tingba Jr., Captain Wille B. Tingba Jr., who has traveled to Europe for his master's degree. So we just love to say good morning to him. And, that is all that we can do. Well, but I mean, this is clear from my side, but I don't know. Maybe it was earlier on that was happening. But be estimated, okay, Power is now telling us that it's very okay. So, Mike, I think all is said. Thank you for that situation report, from your end. That is good. This is what we normally do. Keep sharing. And this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful presentation this morning. Well, we are in the learning curve, but our wonderful man is there. My dad is making sure that all is set in the bag. So it's a simulcast of broadcast, both on Liberia Public Radio. And Aaron Canel says, from Mount Barclay, Nimba United, he's watching us. The Nigeria ball has come by. So behind us is Mount Nimba that is going to be under the spotlight this morning. Remember, Estella Metal, a steel giant company, is actually Mani Aya Old, right in the back of that mountain where you're looking at. But good morning to you, Aaron, and your family. Keep sharing this live video with somebody, and we'll be going around the country very soon as Mike comes here, and we're going to be getting, I'm going to be going behind the camera. So maybe we can take a little bit of music, very shortly. We can take a little bit of music from here. And this one is going to come from probably Nimba County Electoral District 9. So the next time you hear me, I'm going to be right behind.
My name is Abatipi Timogo, and I'm working with KC Apartment. I'm the customer service manager. KC, as the name implies, is stands for Prayi Alashi Shek. And it's a real estate agency that was funded by our CEO. And this company has been in existence since 2 years now. So we are pushing our 3 years of existence. We offer one of the best services ever in Liberia as agency. So we are involved into so many real estate work, such as the selling of SIM cards, apartment renting, land leasing, and we also involved into garbage and we also help people to get nice property in a decent apartment for rent, for lease, and we involved in other activities like selling of small phone like PCO, and we also sell scratch card and that of mobile money USD. Okay, basically we have places all over the Painesville, Cumberland, and Singapore. So for Painesville end, we got places within the rehab, Subatan, GSA, Tiporo, Police Academy, SD Cooper, AB Topper, and that of the Boulevard. And for Cumberland, we got places opposite Ministerial Complex, around Unity Party Headquarters, 540. We got places in Fish Market, Oro, Famuma, Matali, Airfield. So we got places running from Painesville all the way to City Hall. I would like to appreciate all of my customers, most especially those ones are reliable. I will say thank you for the time being, and I will also let them know that if they want a decent or nice apartment, they should always come to number 1 KC apartment, and we are there to offer the best services ever. And we promise that with no regret, we will not delay, and we will not do anything that will work in the interest of our clients. For the real estate office, we only have one branch, and this place is in rehab, Boys Turning Point. And we also got our Facebook page where you can follow us. It's KC Apartment and Real Estate Management. You can also contact us on 0777 325571. It's our orange line, and our Monster line is 0880 325571. You can also find us on WhatsApp with our WhatsApp number 0888 27 24 16. And you can also email us at kcapartment@gmail.com.
Our president, Minister Daniel Shaka, Okay, so You taking just sit down, and as you can see on the screen, as you can see on the screen already, is Mike Dan. Good morning, Mike Dan. It's over
Well,
to you.
good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Nima Major GB show live on Liberia Public Radio and the Nima Dina television. Those who are connected to the people of Nimba County. We are not just doing this for Nimba, but it has its origin from Nimba County. So as such, you will hear songs from Nimba, from Grand Bassa. For the matter of fact, I'm from Nimba. My quarter, there's a quarter in my hometown. It's called the Bassa Quarter. It means we have some origin from Grand Bassa County. So as such, I'm well connected to the people of Bassa. And so that's why most of my friends, they are Bassa. I'm not being tribalistic though. But welcome wherever you are. Welcome to the Major Nima GB show live on Nima Dina television and Nima, and of course, voice of Yahweh Mesnon, the voice of Sacred Pierre is also going to join us today. Our guest is the lawmaker of Nimba District number 9, the Honorable Johnson N. Goiklo. He's going to join us. So we're going to be talking about so many issues this morning. We're going to be talking about the issue of health, the issue of education, the issue of road development, and of course, the Aslam Mitar issue. Last week, we hosted a former government official, the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Depu Zuo. He spoke on lengthily the issue about of the Aslam Mitar agreement. Aslam Mitar came to Liberia in 2005 as to mine our iron ore. Remember, they took over the former Lanco company, a Swedish company then. They used to call them Lanco. And Aslam Mitar took over the operation of that non-existing organization. So since then, Mitar has pumped more than $1 billion US into the economy of Liberia. So this morning, the empty seat you see here, and Guaycolo going to be here. He going to be talking. He going to be sitting in this particular seat and giving up what is going on, what are officials from Nimba are doing. So many other issues you're going to be telling us here this morning. I want to say thank you for joining us. If you are joining us for the first time, it's a very rainy day in Monrovia this morning as we commence this broadcast from Monrovia, Liberia. So welcome in case you are monitoring on Zikapa, where the voice of Yahweh Mesona is located. If you are also in Saclay, want to say good morning. Thanks for joining the program. It's a program that we discuss major happenings about Liberia, Nimba as a whole, and also Nimba and Liberia as a whole. So welcome. We're going to take a quick musical break. Let's take this from this ZTT. Emma going to select something for the matter of fact. He's going to select something this morning so that we can all look at. So welcome. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to the Mayor Nima GB show live on Nima Dina Television and on Liberia Public Radio is a show that showcases happenings about Liberia, Nimba County as a whole. So welcome in case today is the very first time joining us. Want to say welcome. Our guest will be here at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Liberian time or 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm always used to the American time. Sometimes I call it both. So I'm welcome in case today is a very and hello. So let's go to our Zikepa now to talk to our man in studio is Patrick Willow. Patrick, good morning. Patrick, how is the area this morning? Oh, okay, that's cool. So tell us what's the latest happening there in that part of Liberia. Let's talk about the road connectivity because road connectivity sometimes is a very top thing for our country, Liberia as a whole. So let's talk about road connectivity. Hello, are you there, Patrick?
Yeah, I'm here, Mike.
So I'm asking you about road connectivity. How is it like in terms of people commuting from one place to another? How is it like?
It's not bad because once we can find our way to another locality, it's a very good one for us. Only people that are really suffering from road for the transport move to their community right now is Takata. Because I think to you some 2 days ago, last time ago, people in Moravia, with a huge amount of food, the Takata people and the do a stop pass in Zikepa, where the people is running the food from from Zikepa to Takata.
So are you saying that the road problem is basically from Zikepa, from Tapeta to Zikepa?
Yeah, the road between Japan and Takata is much better because right now there is no big gap between Takata that fits the road between Secretary and that of Takata. So the people use the road from one place to come to Takata, where the smaller car will move on along with motor cars to transport it to Takata. Yeah.
So talking about Lower Nima or District Number 1, let's talk about other road issues in Nima County as a whole. How is it like? Recently we heard about the road in Senegal where Aslamita was paving. What's the condition like? Cars spent several days between Ganta and Senegal. So how is it like now?
Yeah, because the last time when rainfall for the 2 days ago, the road between Senegal and Ganta was cut off because where the road water between there, somewhere around the basin block, somewhere the whole road attack to not find a way in. But this come around, because they are constructing a bridge there, and the bridge are not yet completed. So this come around, the road is open, that car can travel to Senegal because the road is not better again.
Okay, and so let's talk about the district league and understand that Nima is been involved into a district league, and so how is it now? Who's in, who's out? If you were to just give a little bit of information about it, about this.
Yeah, the electoral district league is ongoing in Nimba, and they are done with the junior stage and the northern stage. District number 8 and that is district number 2 was the best unit, was the best team to play in the Naga State group. District number 8 was sent out by district number 2 in Papa Kennedy School. And yesterday, district number 1 took on district number 7 in Papa Kennedy School. District number 1 took out district number 7 yesterday. That was a star one for Larry Youngford and that on a Royal Duma. That they are out of the district. And tomorrow by 4:30, district number 9 will be matching on to district number 5 and Sandra Koga will be meeting on our Josie and Corpus tomorrow in knockout stage in Ghana.
So what's the momentum? What has been the momentum so far since the start of this whole district league, and what are citizens saying about this particularly? Last week on the show we talked about the issue of national reconciliation and bringing together of people, development, and so forth. So far, since it has reached to this knockout stages, what are citizens been saying so far?
Well, we are the citizens are happy because somebody this come around the citizens at Nimba saying that every player that I have to play for Nimba in the country league, the players to be selected from the district league. So of the game going on, you see to it that they had the technical team around the team doing their tactics here. The upcoming country league that will put this starting to around by the group of community, and so forth. But the citizens are so happy to come together, even there is COVID-19 in this country, and people are on the team looking at those lives. But the only thing that is not very observed and is the social distancing, because remember those people that feel that people who are speaking to one another on the face and distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the citizens are happy to be together.
Football is usually a game of bringing people together. So social distancing, I know it's a serious challenge there.
It's a very serious challenge because about the community of the system is generally fast because only the players and some key government officials are not really because they have 2 cents on the team. When you enter the first 10 is the spectator, and you have to enter the wild 10. That second is so what paper, and they had a safety capacity there for the government official and so.
Okay, well, thank you so much. We're going to take a break. You monitoring the Nimba Major GB show live on Nimba Dean on television, and of course, it's Simulcast on Liberia Public Radio. In case today the very first time joining us, I want to say good morning. Thank you ever so much for joining us. We're going to take a break as we usher in our guest this morning on the Major GB show. Okay, good afternoon. It's 7 p.m. 7 a.m. in Liberia, of course, at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are watching us in the U.S., we want to say good morning, New Orleans, where the Liberia Public Radio headquarters is based. We are, it's also 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Sacramento, California, or the other studio is based. San Antonio is based in Sacramento. Good morning. This morning on the Nimba Mayor GB Show Simulcast, we are privileged to have with us the lawmaker of District Number 9 in Nimba County, Honorable Johnson in Goiklo, is our guest. And we want to say thank you so much for joining us. This program is really on the voice of Yahweh Masona on 99.4, 99.1. So thank you, Emma. Also on Sacramento Radio, it's 101.5 is the frequency for Sacramento Radio. We want to say good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning on the show. Honorable, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning.
How's been so far? How's the weekend? Let's start with the weekend. How was the weekend?
The weekend was good. Weekend was all right. Everybody was doing fine. Family-wise, friends, associates, colleagues. Yeah, we're all doing okay. And so we had a restful weekend. Of course, given all things constant, the usual legislative involvement with our constituents, members of our constituency who normally would like to stop by over weekends just for us to engage those who were not able to see us during the course of the week. So given all of that, which is a normal thing, but generally it was a good weekend. And so we rested well. We're prepared now to take the challenge of this new week.
So it means you people have already closed from the legislature for normal session or working session, but I guess the work has not ended until January. Few of you are still at the Capitol doing some other administrative work.
That's correct. We closed at the end of, sometime in September, and then we will be reopening the middle of October. But like you correctly said,
this should have been January. Why October?
The change in the budget year.
Okay.
We made a transition now from the budget year of July to June. Now it is now January to December.
Okay.
And by law, the budget is supposed to be submitted, the draft budget is supposed to be submitted to the legislature 3 months ahead. So the 3 months for the January to December budget will have to be submitted in October. So when that is done, then we have to now resume work and then assess and analyze the budget for the purpose of passage before it takes effect in January.
So you people have so many work. So I say a very heavy tax on you people here.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Especially those of us on the leadership committee, in addition to our regular legislative constituency representation, we have to do administrative work, at the Capitol building, even when the legislature is closed. So every Monday we have that meeting to discuss issues related to the upkeep and the functionality of the legislature. The only thing we don't do when we're on break is to make law. But we handle committee work. We look at administrative issues and policy matters to keep the legislature in a proper perspective.
Not many people are aware of that, aware of days that sometimes beside the Tuesday and Thursday normal session, people just think that it's you only work 2 times 2 times a week in I mean 4 times 8 times a month. People don't know about this. What can you tell people about so many other administrative work that take place aside from the normal session? I mean, working days of the session.
Yes, and that's true. The knowledge and information that is out there is that the legislature meets or works 2 times a week. But no, that's not so. The legislature works through committees. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, those days are committee days. Those are the days that the legislature, the different committees, we have about 30 some more committees. The different committees will engage their oversight agencies, and discuss with them, how to put structure and organization to the activities of those agencies and those things that relate to the upkeep of the society. Then on Tuesdays and Thursdays are plenary days. Those are days that the legislature, the House of Representatives and the Senate, individually will meet and discuss broadly, because there are issues that are brought before plenary. Plenary is the highest decision-making body. Even committee work, whatever you do, you have to report it to the plenary so that plenary can make a decision on it. If there are issues in the community that those issues are brought to the attention of the lawmaker, they will take it to plenary first and then present it to plenary. Then plenary will pass it on to the relevant committee for further, follow up. So that's how the legislature works. Then on Fridays are days set aside for constituency days. Those are days that people from your district may come, to your offices to engage you, until you can go on your break or over the weekend to your respective constituencies. So that's how the legislature works. We don't have a rest period, quote unquote, because even on Sundays,
having some other meetings.
Yeah, meetings, and people come to you.
So the Roman that the misunderstanding, I mean not say Roman because it's a misunderstanding because they don't know it. They usually say, oh, people lawmakers they're making plenty of money and then they work 2 times a week. So we can say that the lawmakers work throughout a week. They don't have a resting period.
Yeah, that's true. The lawmakers will work every day, and the general tendency the not working.
Yeah.
So who do they take the angle on those? Yes, lawmakers and those that are employed. Now the lawmakers, the citizens may not be taken into consideration. 34% cut. Yes, people are not looking at that because of society. There's no question about it. Government says the economy is and therefore we district, which is Yahweh Mesino Statutory District, that has 3 administrative districts. You have the Mesino. So those 5 districts, to the best of my knowledge, are doing fine. The usual challenges are there. Our major challenge in district number 9 is a road, access. Much improved, so we still have challenges in getting there, but otherwise the district is fine. The people are doing okay. In their own weak ways, they are keeping themselves up, remaining engaged with us. Whatever their concerns are, they raise it to us, and we work together to mitigate those issues that may be of concern to them.
So when you talk about road, how challenging it is, what have been your own involvement to that? Maybe if you were to just talk about it in 1 or 2 minutes.
Yes, the roads have not been resurfaced, have not been rehabilitated or repaired for a very long time. And so getting there becomes a tough goal, particularly the water crossings. It is based on that we advocated with the Public Works Ministry. Our main road in the district, if you will, is from, because you go through district number 7, then the town of Markway, through Flidi, that's where district number 7 ends. Okay. And so from Flidi now to Zikepa to Tapeta is our major road. And that has not been done for a while. So we advocated with government, and government contracted the services of a company to go out and do that work. There were some delays, and so they started the work from the Tapeta end to come to Zikepa, and then pass through and go to Bankway. Now, there was a delay. So the delay, now by the time they could get started properly, then the rain started. We can't do road work when the rain started. Yeah, so the last I checked, the guys are waiting for the rain to go slow so that in October, end of October, November, they will restart that work. I say it with a lot of confidence because we have called both the Public Works Ministry and the contractor to get assurance, including the road fund agency. Yeah, because that is the agency that is funding the project, to get the assurance that indeed dry season the road will start. So I feel good about it, that at least we're going to have a piece of equipment that will, through the company that will do that rehabilitation of that road to give us good access.
So it means bit by bit there have been some progress made on your district road.
Yes, bit by bit there has been progress made. And let me also add that the Blinong administrative district, we were able to work with the citizens and the Forestry Development Agency, the authority, for us to get the Blinong forest turned over to the Blinong people. And they in turn found through our effort, found a company that is doing logging there now. Now the condition of that is to rehabilitate all the road network between the 14 towns of Blinong. That would be very helpful, because if they do the road work between those 14 towns, that would be helpful. Again, the rains are here, so logging activities are usually slowed down during the rainy season. The company was able to, and I can say this publicly, the company was able to provide a first land rental fee to the citizens, in the amount of 27,000 or so, plus 5,000 for scholarship support. We are happy about that because it was through our effort that we worked together with the community, and today they have 27,000 plus 5,000 for scholarship, support to their students. Now, about a week or so ago, they had a citizens meeting, and I intentionally stayed out of that because I wanted the citizens themselves to make a decision on how to apply the money that was given to them.
For scholarship?
For scholarship, and the development money, the 27,000 that was given to them for land rental fee. They made a decision on their own and informed me that indeed, and I will provide the supervision over that, the oversight over that, to make sure that that money is applied for the purpose for which they have identified to do the commissioner's compound. So the next thing now is to do a formal resolution, that will be signed by the relevant authorities, and then the project will be contracted. I'm happy about that because that's the citizens' decision. Although we set the stage for them to do all of this, but that's their decision, and I'm happy with it.
So why you decide not to be part of it? Don't you want to be
No,
in the sector?
Sometimes things are misrepresented. When you go there, then they say, "Oh, a political leader who did this for who did that
influence this."
Yes. I said, no, you all will make your own decision. The only thing is when you decide what to do, I now, as a political leader, will make sure that that decision is carried, and implemented properly, so that what you want done will be done successfully with the resources that you have, obtained from the company, from your forest, you see. And so the other discussion is that they had a meeting, with the management team of the forest, the logging company, and they agreed again to start, the rehabilitation of the road, as the rains are reducing now, so as soon as the dry season sets in, they will begin physical rehabilitation of those road network, and that will be very good for us.
Okay, in case you join us, you're watching the Nimba Mayor GB show live from Dina Television. Nimba District 9 Television is the TV name. It's also Simulcast on Liberia Public Radio on www.liberiapublicradio.com. We are also live on Twitter. We are also on YouTube. If we can go to Liberia Public Radio page on YouTube, you will watch this interview live as well. And also on our website at www.liberiapublicradio.com. The voice of Yahweh Masono is also relaying this interview, as well as Radio Cyclopedia. Look. This is one place that not much after 60 years in 2005, August 17 to be a agreement with the governor of Liberia to explore or mine iron ore that going to benefit citizens from Nimba, Bone, and Grand Bassa counties. And this agreement was signed by the president, and then
Because the ArcelorMittal operation is the largest investment in Liberia so far, with expanding beyond $1 billion. Yeah, beyond $1 billion. So it is welcome. And I first like for all of us to look at this as a national Liberian investment activity. So all of us in this nation must attend to it with the view to make it work to our advantage as citizens of Liberia. Now, then we can look at it from another perspective, another layer. the affected communities, of which Nimba is the biggest affected community because the mountain is in Nimba. You have Bond County, and then you have Grand Bassa County that are also affected communities. And so we have to look at that in that perspective. The approach I have is, what can we do so that the additional expansion activities will be an improvement to the existing investment? That's the context in which we should have this discussion. And so petitions have been brought to us. I had the distinct opportunity to receive the petition from the daughters of Mount Nimba, at the Capitol building on behalf of the legislature through the Nimba Legislative Caucus. They raised some issues. They gave us some pointers. Sometimes the language they use in there, let's reject, let's this. No, that's just semantics. But I believe all the petitions are geared towards what can be done better than what has been done so far with the first investment. I don't think anybody is opposed to stopping an expansion of this operation that will bring us job opportunities, that will bring us infrastructure development, and so on. And so we now, as the legislature, we have to look at those petitions and discuss the ratification process in the context of what can these additional investments do for us. That's why I appreciate our colleagues who went out there the other day to do physical inspection, to look at things themselves, so that if the company say, look, the last 3-4 years, we employ Liberians, as per the mineral development agreement, then the committee will say, yes, when we saw, Liberians in the appropriate places, or they will say, no, we didn't see Liberians, so you cannot say that, and so forth. If they say we did an improvement in the housing units, the team that went will be able to verify that whether that is true or not. Based on those outcomes, those areas in which the company did not perform well, will be flagged and say, well, we want you to add this additional, investment on. But while we are doing that, you have to be given a time frame that you will correct those things you didn't do in the past. And if you don't do that within that specified time frame, then we set what the conditions will be, what the ramifications will be, what else will be done to mitigate that. So that is the context.
So for example, the in 2013 there should have been some level of amendment wherein Liberians going to occupy certain administrative position, like the appointment of Liberian to the position of the CEO, CFO, CTO, head of port and rail operation, supply chain, and so forth. Up to this time, since 2014, there's been nothing done to meet this particular amendment. And then the company has come again asking for another extension. What guarantee, Liberians are asking, mainly you, the lawmakers, what guarantee do they have that with in the past, this particular, the first agreement, most of those were not being implemented? What's a guarantee that this new agreement is going to cover all of these?
Yeah, that's what the company needs to come and present to us documentarily. We have to have, those are what you call the local contents.
Yeah.
As the lifespan of the agreement, unfolds, the local content capacity must improve. Okay. Meaning, at some point in time, we should have from one local administrator in senior management position to 2 to 3 and so forth as per the agreement. Okay. Now, the company will tell you and me that yes, we have fulfilled those obligations, but now we'll come back and say, show us by document. If I am to occupy the position of CFO, in a company and I'm not there, then that position, that commitment has not been fulfilled. So that's where now we as lawmakers, we have to set the stage, and not only Nimba lawmakers. I stated that
lawmakers,
across Liberia, because even the affected communities, our other citizens from other parts of this country have benefited from the effect of ArcelorMittal being here. So they shouldn't leave this in just to Nimba County alone and say, oh, that other thing, you'll go deal with it. No, that's the entire Republic of Liberia. Although we have specific things that will come to Nimba because we are affected communities. And so those are the things that the committee, the legislative committee, went to go at least look at some things to verify, so that when because it is there will be we are asking, although the document has not been brought to the legislature yet, but in our own discussions, we are asking the company to demonstrate to us, item by item. There's a matrix that we have, that evaluates all of these things, the action points, the performance indicators, by X number of, by certain time, X should have been done. Then we put a check to it. Has it been done? Yes. Has it not been done? No. If it has not been done, why was it not done? How can that be corrected? Then we sit down together and agree on it, you see, and then put paper to pen to it before we can ratify it. So ratification, we have to take into consideration those adjustments that need to be made, because the executive branch of government may look at it from another perspective. In their own wisdom, they believe it is as it is.
Yes.
It is
everything is perfect.
Yeah, everything is perfect. Now we have to now look at it and say, well, either we concur with them or say no. Executive, we all agree on this one, but this one we don't agree on it. We have to scrutinize it and put it in a better perspective. So, rational thought process must be. I like to just call on the citizens that they have been conducting themselves well so far. There's no stand up anywhere. They've had their concerns through petitions, and they are bringing those petitions to us. Those are our experts, those who have expertise in mineral, extractive industry, and know, because we have the privilege, at least the benefit of even some of our technicians were lawmakers before. They were aware of the agreement. We need to tap on their expertise to say, well, look, at the time, this is what I agree on. Now, this is where we are. What kind of advice we have for the legislature in terms of moving this process forward? Those, we have engineers on the ground, mining engineers on the ground. We have administrators, contract specialists who know how to manage contracts. We need to tap on their expertise to help us, go through this exercise.
So should we say it's still just soon to just jump the gun that, oh yes, since the president signed this, it means there will be no follow scrutinizing of it. So can we say that there will be more work done in order to ratify this particular agreement?
Yes, there will be more work done to ratify this agreement, and not more work in the sense that it will undo everything that has been done.
You're going to do it in the interest of the country.
Exactly, in the interest of the country. And here, the perception of people is once the president signed it, it's all right. No, the president has signed, to say from their side, they believe that this okay. This document is okay, and the terms and conditions are fine. There are some things in there that we will not do anything with because it's acceptable. But there are some other things that may have to be modified, for the benefit of us all. And then the president will know that, because we'll let him know and his team know that, hey, you agree to this, but Mr. President, we'd like to modify this because in our own view, the modification will be in the interest of all of us in this country.
Okay, you're watching the Nimba Mayor GB show live from Liberia Public Radio. And of course, on D9 television and Simulcast on Liberia Public Radio. Our guest is Professor Johnson Goiklo, the district number 9 representative of Nimba County. Is our guest this morning. Emma will just display the number as we go along the show this morning. It's 7:30 a.m. in Liberia. In case you join us, we want to say good morning, welcome. Wherever you are watching us, thanks for joining the conversation this morning. We will be very glad to take your calls as we later on continue. But we discussing so many other issues that have to do with the growth and development of the country, Liberia, and also connected to the rest of the world, because development in Liberia, it has some other trickle down effect in the West African region, and also in the world at large. So, and to conclude with this, there are more work need to be done on the MITA agreement. It's still soon to just jump the gun to say, oh yes, there's a Bucharest agreement, it should be cancelled. The other day we hosted a former uh, government official talking about objection. So should we say the word objection should be a little bit stronger, or should we say to scrutinize it instead, to object or to cancel it?
Yeah, I think again is a matter of choice of words. But when I sit down and deeply reflect on the terminologies, the views, the expressions of all those who have made some comments on this NDA, their view is simply to make this expansion work better than the last, the initial investment. But I don't really think somebody strongly feels that this thing should be cancelled. It should be objected to. It should be nullified. No, because there's an investment opportunity for us. We need to grow the investment. And so since ArcelorMittal is prepared and ready to grow that investment that will carry us to $1 billion or more, we should look at how the past performance was and what we can do to make this new addition better. That's it. I mean, how
people have been saying that some critics of MITA have been saying that adding additional 15 years, because the initial contract should be ending around 2034, but they are asking for additional time that will extend their operation to 2049. People are saying this time frame is too huge, and then there should be proper there should be proper amendment. And now the pressure is on the lawmaker. What assurance do we have, we citizens of Liberia, that there will be some proper scrutiny that this particular agreement will meet a current day reality?
Well, first of all, I just like to state that it's not time bound. The evaluation process is not time bound. It's not to say, oh, you got to do it by this date, otherwise, no. We will use the time that is required, although it will not be unreasonable to just extend it, do the evaluation and the ratification process endlessly. No, we have to tell ourselves that reasonably we can do this thing in 1 month, reasonably in 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. But the important thing is for it to be brought to us, for us to consider the input of our citizens, those who we represent, who have some views, who think that things should be done in a particular way. We should look at those considerations and put it in a larger context of what is best for us. We just don't want people, and in the legislative position, we take a lot of pot shots, no question about it. People just think that once you go into the legislature, even before you went into the legislature,
something happened.
You were
responsible for it.
Yeah, you were hailed as a role model. Then, because you're in public position, then your value system, your integrity, all gone. No, that's not the case. There's what they call legislative politics and even executive politics. They know. And so we have to. That's why we have to work together in partnership. The citizens who are presenting positions today should not be working at all. We're not antagonists. We are there to promote one another. So if you have views on issues, bring them. Engage us in a manner that we will believe that you are engaging us with a view to make progress, but not engaging us to shoot us down. If you do that, people who, we all manage ourselves differently. You put me against the wall, my second got to bounce back. You see? Yeah. So, but that's not the kind of way that I want us to look at things. And that's why we've always preferred that and called on. We have different chat rooms that our people are in. I've gone in there individually and told people, look, you all got points to raise, you all bring it to us, because we will go through the ratification process. Are we going to go and do things exactly as you want us to, letter by letter? Maybe not, you see, but it will be done in a way and manner that at the end of the day, we all will, feel the positive effect of this company. That's our prayer, and that's our action. The guys took their own time, went out to Yikipa to go and see things, because when the company brings their document to us and say we repair and rehabilitated the housing units in Yikipa, then our colleagues who went there with the report they have will say, no, you didn't do so. You have pictures of the old houses still standing there, people still living in containers, and so forth and so on. We need a proper contract management arrangement.
So some of your decision will be based on the recent visitation to Asilo own operation area.
Yes. The visitation is intended to give us a bird's eye view of what is obtaining, in the concession area, so that when the company comes based on our request to document their progress on the last part of the agreement, we'll say, yes, we are in agreement, or no, we are not in agreement. If we are not in agreement, the critical thing is, what do we do to correct that? That is the important thing, because they may not have performed, to the letter of the agreement. There are still some things that are hanging, the what you call low-hanging fruits and high-hanging fruits. So the low-hanging fruits, we can deal with those things quickly. If, for example, the issue of employment, look, you have to employ 5 Liberians by so and so time. If by this time that has not happened, it don't take more than 2-3 weeks to hire somebody. Like lower hanging fruit right there. You find qualified people sending an application, you hire them right away. But it talks about physical infrastructure development. It might take a little bit of time, so you give them time. Okay, we agree for you to expand, but we're giving you 2-3 months to take these other corrective measures. Otherwise, it is the otherwise now that we have to define together.
Okay, you're watching the Nimba Mayor GB show live from Nimba Dina Television and Simulcast on Liberia Public Radio. Mark down this morning. Our guest is Professor Johnson Goikolo, who is a representative of District Number 9 in Nimba County. Edmond is on the other side of the broadcast. He's going to announce the number as we continue to look at other development within District Number 9 and other parts of Liberia. So Edmond just announced the number this morning so that people can participate. Those of who are tuned to radio, to our radio station, can participate as well.
Okay, so we'd love to say good morning again. So the numbers to call, if you are in America, though the number is streamed on the television screen here, at 0778 070604. That is a WhatsApp number. But if you are in Liberia, you can call 0776 572019. Or if you are in Nimba, because you understand most of the people have a Lone Star, you can call 0886 693625. Or maybe Patrick Willow can announce his number from the radio side.
Patrick, good morning.
Good morning, I'm there.
Okay, Patrick, tell us, just announce the numbers so that people can participate this morning. They are listening to their lawmaker so that they can interact. This show is all about interaction.
Yeah, the number is 03035 991 991. And the other number is 03035 729
Okay, any call you get, just let us know, and we will give you the go ahead to just take any call you have, and so just let us know. Okay, keep monitoring any call you have. Just signal us. We're gonna take it. So number, let's look at the other issue about the district. Okay, let's take this call. Good morning. Okay, the person dropped the line. Let's okay. Colin, can you announce the number once more?
Okay, so the numbers to call are 0776 572019 or 0886693625. But they are pinned on the screen just in case you're watching us anywhere in the world. You can also participate.
Okay, those are the numbers you can call and participate. So somebody's on the line. Let's listen to this
Good
one.
morning, your name is welcome. Okay, are you talking to me now? No, we are on the program, so you can go back.
Oh, that's what's all right, Patrick, just announce the numbers from the radio station so that people listening to us from outside of the internet can call the number once again. Patrick, announce the numbers once more.
Yeah, 0775 49 about number here and also 0775 991 991.
Okay, so keep monitoring. Let's go back to our guest here in the studio in Monrovia. Honorable, let's look at, health is our concern. Let's look at what's the issue of health when it comes to your district, and because some of those rural districts are so remote that whenever there is some health crisis or health issue, sometimes it takes so long to ensure that such problem is solved. So far, how is it like? If you were to just give some synopsis about it.
Yes, the health situation in the district is still challenging. We have the health center in Zigepa,
Okay.
and we're working, and I like to just take my hats off to Senator Kuhn, who has committed himself, because all the senators are part and Senator Kuhn, and then myself, and just like that in other districts. So Senator Johnson, Senator Kuhn, they've come and work harder, for the district health, center there. And so we are working towards that. As we speak, I have some center that is there in Zigepa this week. I will be, let me just publicly announce that I'll be leaving Monrovia on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, to go to the district. And part of the engagement will be to engage the health sector there, particularly the Zigepa Clinic, Zigepa Health Center. That is the nerve center of the health delivery system in the district. So to give them some supplies that we already send in the district, so they too can onward send it to other places. To even address the health sector issue, we work with Acres of Hope to build a clinic in Zanzeye. That clinic was completed and it has been turned over to the district health team. They came out there, they dedicated it, and they received it. The present situation now is, the water system. So that hand pump that they needed, is under construction, and it will be completed so that clinic can be fully functional. And so those things are the kinds of things that happen in the district, in the health sector. The Boyi Clinic, we wrote in the last time, that they are undertaking a project, to expand their structure, their facility. I think they need nursing quarters or whatever, So as I go out there, I'll visit with them to see what it is that we can do together, to help provide improvement on that side.
Okay, thank you. From health, we move quickly to, as we gradually, time is gradually running after us, so we go to education. Last year I was in part of a district where an organization was giving some scholarship, which you yourself also contributed to. The issue of education is paramount. The government of President Weah came into existence some 3 years ago, and then even went ahead to offer free tuition at the state-run University of Liberia and so forth. So far, if you were to just talk about education issue in your district, what can you say?
I will say to you that the system there is improving. Yes, is improving. It has some challenges, no question about it, to the extent that even some of the schools where, their status was reduced, from high school, particularly the Zigepa school. I accepted that and worked along with it because in our school system, we accept when you're not performing, they bring you down, so that you can prepare yourself. And it was so, 2 years in a row, despite all the effort, in spite of all the effort that was made, even by the student grouping, to go out there and work with the students, they didn't make a pass in WAEC for 2 years. For 2 years, we provided all the support, but you can take the horse to the river, so you left with the horse to drink. Yeah. And so when that decision was made, I welcome it, so that they can regroup and think, so, for a year now, they didn't allow 12th grade, they only went to 11th grade, and so, but rebuilding the system. I'm pleased to report that we have an agile, strong, hardworking district education officer. That was a key, through our own recommendation. Personally recommended the district education officer, and he was accepted by the ministry, and Michael Gwe is now there, in the district, giving us report that we didn't get before, and encouraging the students to go to school, and so forth. We also like to state that the Ministry of Education, there's this World Bank program that 2 of our schools in the district will benefit from. The Gray Vami High School, that through our initiative went to a high school. Sometimes the people, they don't get the information correctly. Gray, they don't have a high school there in Dole. So when they request
the project going to be elevated to high school level.
It has been elevated already to high school level, you see, and that along with Zigepa, that is a high school, have received some funding from the Ministry of Education to do some developmental activities at both schools. So that fund has been managed by the school authorities and the PTA association and so forth, so they can improve. I think it's to the tune of 25,000 each. So I'm happy about that because our two schools, high schools in the district.
So how soon do we expect work to
they are
start?
They are going through the procurement process right now. Yeah, and so this visitation that I'm about to take tomorrow, to the district, I will also meet with the education sector, to see in the district, to see how far they are gone, so I can see some visuals, some progress that has been made in that direction. I also like to take this opportunity to commend 2 NGOs that are in the education sector, the health sector, in district number 9. Semblet Liberia has been doing very well. They have gone around from school to school in the district, to provide support to students. They pay tuition fees for students in the district, not only in district number 9.
Wow.
But other districts and in other counties as well. That's the partnership that we need, and we are nurturing in that district. Those NGOs that can come and help us in the education sector. Semblet is one, education and health. Women empowerment, specifically, they are also involved with the women girls education. Our girls are lagging behind, so they need some support in that direction. And women empowerment group is doing that. They go out there, again, not only in district number 9, but I have to appreciate them because they are in district number 9. These 2 NGOs working there assiduously, to help our education system.
Well, that's good news for the school system in Nimba, especially in district number 9, to be improved to some level. Let's take this call. Somebody's on the line. Good morning. I'm going to take the call.
Trying to take the call from you.
Okay. We're trying to take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
What is the name and where are you joining us from?
Oh, the beautiful state that I don't I told you from my phone call that I can to take a message.
Go ahead. Have your say this morning. The Honorable is in studio. What's the take?
Yeah, I just want to say that time I came and appreciate our Honorable, the high rec. So I want to direct some development and take that to the future development. We don't have to put them over there to do that work. So I will come in that direction here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we
Besides that, our older plan to get that. I want to be this condition of it. So we will go over this condition of it so we will get updated. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much for your participation this morning. You two can do the same. Edmond, just once more announce the number.
Okay, so the numbers to call are 0776 572019 or 0886 693625. I get a call from this end too.
Okay, let's take another caller here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, tell us what is the name and where are you joining us from?
My name is Prince Bobo. I come from your Bobo.
Go ahead, Prince.
I saw the topic on your Facebook. I didn't know the topic on the discussion.
But Prince, we have the honorable. We've been discussing why arrange the issue. He's in studio. Just go ahead and say what you want to say. You should be following the show instead.
No,
Go on Facebook, keep following the show. If you are in Monrovia, if you are in Nimba, keep following the radio station. You will get some of what we're discussing. Thank you so much. Okay, Honorable, let's go to the issue of social development in the area now, and also the issue of security. Last year, I was in Zikepa. I saw a police station there without a police officer.
Yeah. Thank you. The issue of security has been a concern, to us in Electoral District 9. We know that structurally the police detachment in Tapeta covers District number 9, specifically the Yawumesno area. But we need a security detachment, police detachment in, Zikepa, the headquarters. I've written communications.
Okay, let's just wait there to take this caller. Good morning.
good morning.
What is the name and where are you joining us from? Okay, go ahead. I guess you've been following the show. What's your take? Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. He's asking about the case.
KVTC. The KVTC.
I think the Quentin Vocational School.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You can just address it before you continue with
All right.
security issue.
Yes, the KVDC is a private school.
Okay.
Yeah, in Quindin. We're proud of it when it was fully functional. But let me say this, that when we took over, we sent an assessment team to KVDC. I was in conversation with Bless You. I think it's Oscar. Yeah, Bless You. And I put a team together at financing and went to Quindin, to interview the citizens of Quindin and even the authorities with KVDC. The expectation, I met with the Baptist education seminary education group, the Baptist education group here at the Baptist compound. I personally met with them, and so when we did all of this and submitted our findings, because Bless You was putting together a group, because there's a private arrangement, even as it is a private arrangement, we still need to be involved in it and so forth. All of a sudden, the things died down, you see, and to the extent that the communication stopped. I'm saying this publicly so that people can listen to it. The youth of Quindin were involved with me. They went on the assessment and did both video and audio engagement with the people. You see, as we speak now, there's a leadership change. Reverend Dr. Samuel Reeves is now the president of the Liberia Baptist Education, system. So I spoke with him. He has plans for, Quindin Vocational School. So I can go beyond what the Baptist people, are prepared to do. I can only push them And if you communicate with the Baptist people, they will tell you I've been engaged with them.
So it's a missionary school. It's
Yes.
not basically about. It's not public school.
No, it's not a public school. It's a missionary school. Notwithstanding, we've been engaged with them with hope. Because even the Baptist team that is in Nimba that's supposed to take charge of the school, I've spoken to them. Shadrach Zeno, who has been a caretaker, the custodian of that school, I've spoken to him. So all of these things we are doing just to get the school reactivated because it served our people before. We like to see it serve our people again. Issue is a concern, like I said, we've written, many communications. So we continue to work with them, and that's what we are. Spoke even to the Chief Justice, on this matter.
Okay. In case you join us, Emma just announced a number. Just a few minutes we have left. If somebody is there willing to take part, number once again. Go ahead, Prince.
What's the activity of our district? But for me, since student need to travel, we are not seeing any tangible thing that we are doing. That's not from the ferry that is ongoing construction. And we have to know that that's where we want to jump into making our way to the contingent. And moreover, more of Devon in our vision as development firm, we need to community engagement. That is how I don't know. That is the allocation of this money. And now we are to get to one ferry. And our roads are dependable. No oversight, nothing at all in the district. So I don't know. That is just a kind of thing that I know discussing the development for us.
Yeah, can I ask you, Prince, which part of the district are you from, Prince?
I'm from District 9.
Yeah, which part? You are from Zanzay?
Yeah.
Okay, so keep listening. The one row answer your question.
Okay, thank you, Prince. Your concern is well taken. He's going to respond to that. So, Honorable, you continue, then just jot that down. I will jot it down for you. Okay, to respond to it. I don't know why it doesn't mean that tangible.
We are still saying I should announce the number.
Okay.
So,
announce it.
So the numbers to call are 0776 57 2019 or 0886 693625.
Okay, those are the numbers you can call and participate. So I remember you were in speech.
Yes.
You were talking about rule of law.
Yeah, rule of law. So again, we'll continue to push for the rule of law to be established through the establishment of the police station out there. But District 9, we've been doing getting the support of our citizens to work out there. Just to address the question asked or the comments made by Prince Bogo. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that some of our colleagues, junior colleagues at that rate, are not in tune. So when they contribute to discussions, it leaves you to wonder. Prince, according to him, is from Zanzai. Then somebody from Zanzai, from Glino, will publicly state that nothing has been done, since we took over 4 years ago.
He's asking tangible. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what you call tangible and intangible. Tangible are things that you see. Yeah. See, touch, and feel. Those are tangible.
Listen, Nimba, where are you calling from?
This is Sylvester.
Go ahead, Sylvester.
Yeah. I thought we were thank you for the show. And thanks to all the thanks for that student this morning. We thank you for the new development in terms of our district. We also thank you for making a process of things that are always there, very aware of this morning. But my question is, I don't believe like the president of the law because at the Miami area yesterday, or the yesterday, I'm corrected. We saw something on TV through the winter of TV is also on the institution around there. Well, I didn't think it would be just a nice visit or something will be done, especially concerning the health. Second was for the continue in a clinic at a man in the West East of that to the group. So, the other I want to know is where we can just not for me having that.
You said a visit. Sylvester, are you saying whether the visit is going to do what?
Oh, I said, the question of the law because that is not exactly or the paper. Yesterday.
Yeah.
There were other things that we saw around on the side. They don't measure taking on to improve the weather life is out of the health sector of the people that work there.
Okay. Okay, he's going to respond. I'm going to respond. Thank you, Sylvester, for your response. Patrick Chap, but he has rejoined us. Patrick, if anybody on the line there, just take the call. We will definitely hear them loud and clear here on the program. Okay, so he's asking about.
He's asking about the outcome of the visit.
The outcome, yeah.
Yes. So, but before we get to that, let me just discuss this the Prince Gobbo issue. Yes. And so we must be fair to ourselves. You see, when we want to contribute to these kind of discussions, tangible things are things that you see. And if Prince says he's truly from, Zanzee, and he has been there and not just sitting in Monrovia, then he should be able to see physically the things that we have done. I just mentioned the clinic. If he knows the history of that clinic that was done by the Hope of, Acres of Hope Belgium, they started that clinic. The lady who was in charge left and went back. But when I got the information, I called her. She came back. She has been to Zanzee. We went there personally and dedicated the clinic. That's tangible right there. You can go there and see it. You say you're from Zanzee. Then before you get to Zanzee, if you pass through Kwendin, you will go through Gipa. Gipa never had a school building. Go there and see that beautifully structured, school building that we're now trying to finalize. That tangible there. You can go and see it yourself. You talk about nothing tangible. About a week and a half ago, people from Blilong went to Araboyi also and decided on how to spend $27,000 that was given to them by the company. The company was brought in by our effort through granting the Blilong forest to the people of Blilong. They went out there, discussed that they would build a commissioner's compound. They made that decision. Where did the money come from? Money, you can see it, you can feel it. Tangible right there.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's going to put something structured together. So that's just the Blilong side of it. You see? Then you get to, the Zena side of it. We leave office tomorrow, the building will still be there. are tangible. The ferry you're talking about, the ferry is more than almost $40,000. Let's take it granted. Government gave 30,000 for legislative engagement, and let us assume that's the only project I have to do with it. 30,000 from 40,000, you still got 10,000. Where are you coming from? Are tangible there. So all these things, and
he's saying that the ferry was campaign promise.
Yeah, campaign
promise not tangible.
Exactly. So you deliver on your campaign promise. That's acceptable. That's appreciated by our people. And when you go out there, the ferry will not say, "Oh, Prince Burger, you're from a different political camp." Yeah. So you will not ride I'm being a little, sentimental on this, because we need to put our people in the right perspective. If Prince is prepared to run campaign for somebody else, he must do so factually and not mislead our people, with those kind of comments that are coming from him. Go there and see things, you will know what we're talking about.
Okay, do we have any caller there, Emma?
Well, we just got a comment coming in here from Benjamin Pukui. He said, "Good morning, Weklo, Dina TV. Is there any plan for revamping the KVTC in Kwendin? You have talked about that."
Yes,
secondly, can you talk on plans relating to communication in the district extension of Orange or Lone Star or other mediums for communication? Benjamin Pukui, USA.
Yeah, Benjamin, there's a good question you've asked. Like I said earlier, Bless you and I were working on this, Kwendin thing, but there was a disconnect. But I've been engaging the leadership of the Baptist Seminary and Education Convention, and Reverend Dr. Samuel Reeves assured me that they will get re-engaged with the Kwendin Vocational School thing, which is a very good thing. The documentary is still there, that the citizens of Kwendin that are finance for them to go and make, they still have it, so it will be available, for the vocational people to know and then engage in that exercise. The thing of communication, we've been really pursuing both Orange and Lone Star. That's how come the African Network, brought in the solar thing, the receivers that have been placed in some of the particular towns. It was through our engagement. That engagement is continuing so that we get, unfortunately, that business people, you have to go and convince them and give them reason why to.
So look at the level of penetration.
Yes,
the number of people in a particular area.
Yes, that's what it is. The African Mobile Network people have promised us that when the dry season comes, then we'll send a team again, for us to go around in the other villages to see, those areas that don't have network, so that they can begin to work in that direction. So we are pleased about that. On the issue of the visitation to Yikipa, we expect that what the team observed there will be guiding us in discussing the ratification of this amendment to this agreement. If the health care structure that is there, health delivery system, the structure that is there is not acceptable, certainly we'll push, for it to be placed in the new amendment for, improvements to be made so that the hospital and any other facility, will be improved upon as we expand this new agreement.
Okay, Honorable, can we
I think we have one.
let's take this caller, then we'll conclude with the issue of sporting activities.
Okay, we have Ambassador Robert Simpicao here. Ambassador, good morning.
Well, how are you doing?
Okay, yeah, but you're live on the
We're live on the radio.
Okay.
All right, he's not ready. So, Honorable, let's talk about the sporting development that's going to the county, and so far, how is the team? How is it like? Because some of them have been saying that the issue of support is a problem. Last time I was in Ganta, the team was in high spirit to see to it that they can become victorious.
The team has been doing well, and we take our hats off to them. It's been going okay. We've been working along with others, to support it, to keep it in a high spirit. I've always raised the concern with the county authorities that the way they structure this district league places the lawmakers at a disadvantage. You see, because they have this plan and they don't get us involved in it. Then when the league starts now, the players, the organizing team, the steering committee, they all look up to the lawmakers as if to say, that's our individual teams, and to the extent that even when the lawmakers are making contribution, we still get, comments that are not, encouraging. But we overcome that. I like to say and hear that my involvement with people is not limited to a particular reason. No, you see, I've been involved with the District 9 team all along, even before I ascended to this position.
We have another call.
Okay, let's take this caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is the name? Where are you joining us from?
This is Will and I'm calling you from non-bargaining Nigeria.
Go ahead, Roland.
Okay. I just want to tell everybody that thank you for having Miller TV show with me. I want to also be people to grateful for the year of development we have had the best state. But on behalf of the people from Lagos, that is in the Voluntary Association, we have a plan to travel into the district, and very soon by the 6th of October will be going into the district. We'll be visiting 3 schools in the district.
Okay.
We'll be visiting Nimba. We'll be visiting Nimba with 8 public school. We'll be visiting Daily Public School. So I just want to tell you, we have to be this morning as we are all starting the TV go together. The situation will be coming into the district and be building these big caliber institutions. Our intent of the district is to strengthen the instructional part with the assistance from our donors in Monrovia. And our donors are been here by Joseph and Gabriel, and he has been there and was completely there. So every plan that we made.
0886270
No, just
Go ahead.
Okay, we are doing there and completely there with always helping us. Every request for the student community has been granted by him. And as we are coming to this all he is responsible for us. So we are also the responsible for the benefit of know that in terms of education, the students are us friendly.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take another caller here.
We have another caller.
Let's take another caller.
We have another caller from this.
0886270
Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, Mike. There's a caller from.
Yeah, morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, my Lord Digital.
Go ahead, Laura.
I'm calling from the
0886270
This line is not for calling. Stop calling this line. People are calling this stuff. Go ahead, Laura. We're hearing you.
Thank you. I would like to say thank you to the honorable man this morning. I've been following through.
Okay.
Thank you so much for recognizing the work that we're doing in the district. And I would like to say something about one caller
Okay.
that said there's no tangible in the community. I just visited South Africa and I saw the level of development of what people carry. In Nigeria, what we need first is the mindset development.
Okay.
If we try to develop the mindset of our people, then we'll have the tangible development, then we'll be able to see it. But if we do this development, they will never see it because their mindset is set to a lower state. So over this morning, I would like to say thank you because most of the work we do there, you specifically contribute to this. So I just came up this morning to say thank you for all you do, but there are more that we need to do, especially if we get out our working.
So,
The project I've been lobbying for, I pray that the Honorable House also join us to do this library project. It's really already on our agenda.
okay,
I
so
would say thank you so much for all that you do, and I pray that God give us long life to do more for our people.
okay,
Thank you so much.
Laura, before you leave the line, in 30 seconds, what was your mission to South Africa?
I want for a conference.
Okay,
Progress on GDP and child trafficking.
all right.
One of the number one reason we need empowerment forum is working the community is the domestic trafficking that we have in the community. Most young people, because they don't have money, they take their children give it to people in the urban community. And when they bring their children into the urban community, they don't send them to school. They allow them to sell cold water or do prostitution. So the reason we are in the community is to mitigate the harm that the people bring to our people, which is trafficking. So I went to South Africa for that conference and it was very successful. I said that you supposed to be a sign that will speak more on it.
Yeah, we hope to have you maybe during a week or so. Thank you so much, Madam Kibo. Thank you so much.
We have another caller for this.
Oh, wow, the line is so hot this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is the name and where are you joining us from?
This is Pastor Peter Joanne calling from Nimba.
Go ahead, Pastor. I guess you're monitoring the show this morning. How is Ikepa?
Nimba is okay. I'm religiously following the evaluation that has been taken place by our honorable man.
All right.
And I would just want to firstly commend him for his effort that he has done to our district thus far. I know it's not easy, it's challenging. And so we are at the background praying so that we can be successful with leadership. But when we see something, we are here in Japan, especially in the district. One of the things that is very much challenging that we doing, but I want us to all rally around to see it going. That is the only high school that is in the district. Because the middle school has been the oldest school that have been taking out people. So are they dropping I'm so much glad that there is a kind of support that is even coming from
I think the word is grace could be hello. I think the word is grace could be just a little bit harsh. Should we say level of this? Discouragement instead of disgrace, because disgrace could be harsher.
What I'm saying is, that's one of the challenging areas that we should really be looking at, and even rally support around the honorable man for the improvement of that school. Instead of it being transgressing, in performance. You see, the World Bank is coming in to buttress the effort of our honorable man. So we that are around that in the district, we should help support the high school.
Okay.
Support that school to the level of being a high school, full high school. Instead of it being going down backward. You see.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. He's going to respond to you. Let's take another caller. Oh, okay, nobody's on the line. And then we'll just respond to the few comments and talk about.
Right. The education system, I talked on it earlier, I'm going to restate. Personally, I don't mind because our education system allows that. And I'm glad Reverend Nia came on board and made his comments because they are involved in the school system in the place there. They know the effort that we've been doing. We've sponsored even student population. There's gentleman, Roland Nancy, and talk about that. Everything they do, we sponsor them to go out there to engage our students. You know, if they're not performing, what do you do? You see, we've worked hard. We've taken a step now to even have a new DO, you know, that we personally recommended because we believe in his capacity. You know, we work hard also that we have additional teachers in the place that are there now, you know, that we're supporting. We provided some assistance to them the other day. You know, so all of these things going on. But if the students don't perform, you can't hold any of us accountable once we're doing our part. If we're not doing our part, and you say, oh, and Nia is there. Diligently, he left Monrovia and went in our place. They're sitting down there to provide education for our people. But the students, there was a time that, you know, they were they're going to go take the exam. I said, y'all go back to Zikeba. They said, oh, give us 1 week. We still to go camp. Can you imagine that? You know, so the parents, the teachers, all of us.
It means the students are saying,
yeah, they say, oh, wait for us more. I said, the people are ready for you to go through tutorial, for you to go take your test. They say, wait for me small. You know, so those are the kind of things that we are working along with, and they to reset, to recalibrate, to reorganize. I don't have a problem with that. If you reorganize and you're not doing better, then it's your business. You see, so all of us should push. It's a collective, you know, because education sector requires the input of the parents, the teachers, the students themselves, the community, and so forth. All of us together. I have a part to do, and all of you will say, you know, will speak to that part that we have been playing very well, and we are committed to doing that. You see, that's where we're going. Now on the sports issue, we've been working with the sports team, and right now we've provided substantially. I can say 90% of their support has come from my office.
Wow.
You know, yes. When they had the justification in Zikepa, in Gawi, we supported them. You know, the numbers are there. We sent some money to them, you know, to support them. To move the team from Gawi to Ganta, we provided the transportation for them, $270. They requested it, we sent it. When they needed jerseys and so forth, they wanted $550. We sent it to them, $550. And then prior to their last game they play, also they wanted $260 US we're talking about here. We sent it to them, $260. You know, then we send them another $20,000 Liberian dollars. We send it to them, and whenever they requested, we send them the money. The last budget they sent to me was $980. We send them $500, you know, towards that budget. So you put all of those together, we're talking close to $2,000. You see, so they should. That's the kind of intervention.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Be back.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Patrick, thank you. Thank you. Tom is not our friend. Patrick, do you have any caller then? Okay, Tom is fast paying. We'll just give a party comment. We've gone 27 minutes after the hour.
Yeah, well, thank you for this.
Yeah, I have a people online. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Thank you. For spinning up on that. Oh, for that money. Tell me. The other thing about that is too, after the one to do. But there are what the two years, not to go along. Not to get. What we gave all the things. And that we don't know other things. Get come on, and wait for you. Put your phone on and do it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Tom is now a friend. We want to say thank you to Honorable. Can you just give a party comment?
Yes, thank you. My party comment.
My report is the party comment.
Okay. Thank you.
We are all about people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Patrick, from Radio Voice of Yahweh Messon. Thank you so much, Honorable Just a parting comment, a minute or two.
Yeah, thank you. My parting comment will be the schedule for this week in the district. Let me just take this opportunity. If that's advertisement, we'll pay for it. Yes, we'll be going to the district on tomorrow, Tuesday. Yeah, which is the 28th. Go and then spend the night in Mela. We'll be in Mela on Tuesday night. Then conduct a groundbreaking on Wednesday morning for the library project for the White Dodia School. Yeah, do the groundbreaking. And then proceed on to Zikepa. Yeah, Zikepa, the same Wednesday night, we arrive there. Then we'll have a meeting with the Zikepa people. Somebody talk about the town hall there. And that's the reason we're having the meeting. Okay. You know, with the people. I've already sent word there to the district coordinator that I'd like to meet with the people of Zikepa to discuss how to rehabilitate the town hall and then even put bathrooms to it. Then we'll go on to Saint Name. You know, we helped them to do their small petty mini ferry the other day for Nue River. It's completed, and we'd like to just formally dedicate it and turn it over to the people. And then from there, we'll be going to Blois. Blois, we have some family issues there, so we're going to visit with our family people and just engage in that family building relationship. You know, the people of Blois and our people are all connected, and we need to have that visitation with them. And then Sunday, we'll be coming back to Monrovia. So that's a quick thing. I'd like to say thank you to you for this opportunity, you know, the D9 TV, the public radio, the Voice of Yahweh Mesonam. We say thank you for always providing us the opportunity to share breakfast with you. The GB is important to eat in the morning. It gives you the strength to continue the whole day. Those of you who have been out there supporting us in our endeavor, we say thank you very much. Even those who may not be seeing things in the proper perspective, we just call on them to reorganize their thought process so that we can see things together. We're not going to agree on everything. Well, at least, you know, let's be factual to one another and be fair and honest to one another. I say thank you for this opportunity. I'm there for you, and I expect that you will be there for me.
Well, thank you so much. That's all the time we have to be with you on today's presentation of the Mayor Nimba GB show. Edmond has been behind, and he has been in Studio 2, ensuring that all of the images, all of the sound can come out properly. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all the Liberia Public Radio as well, the management and staff in the US and in Liberia for coordinating this very much well. Thank you so much. My name is Mark. Hopefully we'll see you on Monday with a brand new edition of the show. Keep following Liberia Public Radio and Nimba Television.